Hi, I'm Naomi. For my third assignment in PIDP 3240, I decided I wanted to try and make an infograph. I've never made an infograph before, so I was really looking forward to seeing what it was all about. I used two complementary colors, blue and yellow, to give my infograph a cohesive, appealing look. I tried to keep the wordiness of the infograph to a minimum by using more images to get my message across. When words were needed, I liked experimenting with a variety of fonts and text boxes to keep the visual appeal of the infograph. I used Piktochart to create my infograph as recommended in the assignment PDF. Piktochart is very user-friendly, and it only took me a few minutes to figure out how to start my infograph. I looked at the pre-made templates available in the free Piktochart version, and I decided that it would be best for me to try and make my own from scratch. As I continued to build my infograph, I started to discover more and more features of the program that I could use, and I was really enjoying my time learning about what else Piktochart can do. I highly recommend using Piktochart to anyone else who is interested in creating their own infograph. The topic of my infograph is on cigarette butts. The objective of my infograph is to raise awareness to an issue that most people have become blind to simply because it is so common we don't stop to think twice about our actions. As a former employee of the Vancouver Aquarium, I have participated in and will continue to participate in shoreline cleanups across the province. During my first cleanup, I was shocked to learn that the number one piece of litter collected on beaches around the world was cigarette butts. I was not shocked by the actions of those who smoke, however. I was shocked by my own actions. As a biologist and conservationist, why was it such a surprise to me? I realized that I, like everyone else, was so accustomed to seeing people flick their cigarette butts onto the ground that I didn't consider it littering. If someone threw a food wrapper, plastic cup, or bucket of toxic waste on the ground, which is essentially what cigarette butts are made of, I would have noticed. But I never noticed cigarette butts until that first shoreline cleanup. The goal of my infograph was simply to make other people notice the problem too. I could go on and on about the environmental impacts of cigarette butts. However, before we can preach about the problem, we first need to recognize that a problem exists. And that was the goal of my infograph.